Alright, so I got all discombobulated, but I'm pretty sure the problem I was having is I was trying to put the float on upside down. But it works now. Sorry, I'm slow. Hey guys, welcome back. In this one, I'm going to dive into this. It's a Craftsman 18-inch tiller. It's got the 208cc motor, which I'm thinking is what, like a 6 horsepower. I don't know a lot about the machine. It actually came from the same place that the generator came from that we were working on in the last video. You know, just kind of got put away and hasn't been used in a whole bunch of years. So I brought it in, I got it up here. I kind of blew out some of the crap around the, you know, spark plug and all that, and I did check the oil. It has oil in it and it has gas in it. I haven't tried to crank it. I haven't tried to do anything. I'm sure it's not going to just crank, but we'll give it a shot before we tear into it. Let's see. So yeah, kind of expected that. Let me get set up and we'll get into it. I want to drain the gas out of it, maybe flush the tank out and get into the carb. I'm sure it needs some attention in there. Before we do that, I'll probably make sure we got spark. Maybe try to put a little fuel in the cylinder and see if it'll run. But give me just a minute. Let me get everything set up and we'll get after it. We got the plug out of it. It was a little cruddy, so I went ahead and cleaned it up a little bit. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, good strong fire. Good strong fire. So throw a little premix in the hole and see what she does. Alright, let's see what we get. There you go. She's ready to run. Alright guys, so next we will get into the carb here, get it off and see what we got. But give me just a minute and we'll get after it. Get the carb off and go from there. Alright, I want to get the cover off. That's crunchy. Alright, I'm missing something. Let me figure out what else we gotta get off to get that out of the way. Give me a second. Alright guys, there's in the top of this thing, right here, and right here is 2 more Phillips screws that have to come out. Look at that, 10 millimeter on top. And she's off. Good God, man. That's in bad shape. I know I'm going to get yelled at for not cleaning it first, but I couldn't see it. I did blow it out, but it's a whole lot worse than I thought. Cut you off for this while we drain the gas. I'm gonna get that carburetor out and I'll bring you back. So she was on there. Had to pry it off from the back. Get the return spring off. I think the linkage just popped straight up, I think. I just don't want to break it. Yeah, that's bad. Alright, so that linkage does just come out. It rides in here. So when you're going to come out, you just turn it all the way this way and flex your linkage a little bit and it slides right out. When that turns back, that's kind of what locks it in. But, I don't know, she's pretty rough on the outside. Let me get it on the table and we'll get into it, see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, let's see what we got. I did get it cleaned up as best I could on the outside. Oh, that looks awesome. Alright, boys and girls. Wow. Sit tight. That is, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was I was never gonna run. That's the worst one I've ever seen. The needle is, I don't know, welded into the float. Oh, it's an adjustable. Wow. Wish I'd have known that before I took it apart. Sweet. Alright, anyway, we'll figure that out. I know I always say this, but this is as bad as I've ever seen. That's probably not coming out of there. Let's see if I got a smaller screwdriver. Hang on. Unbelievable. Okay. We got the rubber gasket in there, and I'm terrified to take it out. You know what? let's just throw it in there and see what happens. All it can do is not work, right? Alright, you watch me stare at this thing long enough. Let me get this in the ultrasonic cleaner. I'll probably run it, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 12 days. And I'll bring you back and we'll see how she comes out. So I figured while the carb was cooking, let's soak these and see if we could get them cleaned up. You guys are all giving me a hard time about not washing stuff off, so here we go. Make it all pretty and clean. This stuff was in bad shape though. There was something else in there. Isn't that pretty? I bought this thing a couple of weeks ago. Had them on sale at Harbor Freight. Figured I'd give them a shot. I haven't had to use it until now, but seems to work pretty good. A little splashy. Anyway, you get the idea. We get this finished up, and then we'll get the carb out of the cleaner and get it put back together. All right, guys, we got the parts washed and the carburetor out. Pleasantly surprised. I think it might actually be okay. It's a big difference from how it went in. Let's get it. Yeah, that's good. My eyes are crooked and I can't find the hole. I didn't think it mattered which way, but maybe it does. Alright, let's see what we got. It is not stopping the flow. I felt like that spring was going to be a problem. Gotta figure out how it's supposed to go on there. Well, now we got the fat fingers, tiny parts thing going on. Let's try that. I'm struggling. Still not seating. Alright, let me get it figured out. I'll bring it back. Alright, so I got all discombobulated, but I'm pretty sure the problem I was having is I was trying to put the float on upside down. But it works now. Sorry, I'm slow. Alright, now I gotta remember. Yeah, I think that's how it was. Alright, she's still good. Choke. No choke. Choke. No choke. Alright, let me get it put back on and we will see if it'll run or not. Give me just a minute. Alright, we got her back together. I didn't film it because you had to sit through me taking it apart. So, you know, when you put it back together, just do that backwards. I didn't see any point in you watching that. It's pretty self-explanatory. But anyway, it's all back together. I did take the pre-cleaner off the air filter and blow the air filter out. It needs to be replaced, but I think it's okay to run it for now. I drained the tank, flushed it out a little bit. I got some fresh gas in it. So it's time to see if we made it happen or not. Let's see what we got. Choke. Full throttle. Maybe it doesn't want choke. Alright, it doesn't like that. I noticed the float was kind of sticky. Let me pop the bowl off and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. Alright guys, it's actually a couple days later. I think the last thing you saw was we put it back together and it wouldn't run. So it had been a long day. I had worked 12 hours that day. I was tired. I was just ready to quit. So laying in the bed thinking about it. And it struck me odd that it wouldn't even try to run. You know, the car was in bad shape, but I thought, you know, it should at least be trying to run, but it wasn't pulling fuel at all. So started trying to figure, it seemed like I missed something, but I couldn't figure out what it was. The first thing was this. So let's see if I can get it to focus here. What I didn't show on video was I forgot to put that in the ultrasonic cleaner with everything else. So when I figured it out, I took some carb cleaner and sprayed it out. It was flowing, so I just assumed it was fine. And then it never occurred to me to take this out. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a bunch of little holes. It's the emulsion tube is what it is. But there's a bunch of little holes that kind of, you know, the fuel gets pulled through those and aerosolizes. It's a big word for the day. And, you know, puts it out there to be burned. But I popped this out a little while ago and it was in pretty bad shape. So I'm hoping between the two, I know, feel free to talk trash. I missed it. I didn't even think about it. I'm hoping between these two that maybe she'll run now. So in a moment of weakness that night, I jumped on and ordered a new carb for it. So if this doesn't work, then we'll throw the new carb on it and call it good. But I wanted to try this first because, you know, I don't like for something to whip me. But anyway, let me get it back together and we'll see what she's going to do. And I'll bring you back and we'll try to crank it. All right, see you in a minute. If I can figure out how to turn the camera on. All right, a little update. I went through the original carburetor again, which you saw. Still nothing. It wouldn't even try to run. So I put the new carburetor on. Nothing. Wouldn't even try to run. So I started thinking, it's got spark, it's getting fuel. So the only other thing I know it could be was timing. So I pulled the valve cover off. Best I can tell, the intake is supposed to be adjusted to 6 and the exhaust is supposed to be at 8. They were off, but not a lot. The intake was 7 and the exhaust was 11. So I tightened those back down. They are now 6 and 8, maybe a little grunt tighter than that. But so I thought maybe that was the problem. I put the original carb back on. Once again, nothing. So now I have the new carb that I ordered on there. Valves are adjusted. I've checked everything. It's getting fuel. It's getting spark. I'm going to try this, and if it doesn't work, you might see another conclusion like the chainsaw video. Let's give it a go. See what it does. Either way, I'm done with this project. So let's see what we get. Full choke, full throttle. Here we go. Okay, hey, worse stuff. Sorry for the excruciatingly long video, guys. I thought it was going to be a carb clean, and then I saw the carb and it was just completely foobarred. So I didn't have much hope of getting it back. But then when it came out, it looked okay. So I thought, let's try it. That carb's broken. New carb, it runs and turns and twists and does what it's supposed to do. I'm going to put the air cleaner back on it, get it all back together. No point in making you sit through that. I'll try to edit this thing down and get it, as not long as I can. But once again, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Hopefully you got something out of it. I don't know if it was a carb issue or a timing issue. I'm thinking it was the carb, because even after I adjusted the valves, it still wouldn't work with the original carb. Anyway, saved another one, and let's move on to the next one. I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you later.